No pressure, Andy, just a lot of fun.
Okay, so Shahida, you start. Sorry, Sana, you start or I do?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Let me just do the setting. Hello, Dr. Mansoor. Dr. Mansoor is also regular. Along with Marwa, I saw Sveta as well. So it's always good to see familiar faces. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome to another exciting Skilling Future Workshop Masterclass Saturday. At Skilling Future, we believe that the future isn't something we wait for, it's something that we build together. Every session, we gather as a global community of educators and lifelong learners committed to exploring how AI, design thinking, and creativity can reshape education and work for the better. Today, we are diving into the session designed to ignite your curiosity and sharpen your skills. Whether you're here to explore new ideas, connect with like minded change makers, or find inspiration for your next project, you're in the right place. Get ready to unlock a world of creativity. Today's session, Canva Updates Creating Magic for Your Classroom, will take you on an inspiring journey with Andy Lucchesi. We are thrilled to have Andy with us. She is a brilliant co founder and programs and innovation lead at Skilling Future. She's a passionate innovator at the intersection of education, technology, and creativity. If you aren't following her yet on social media, you should do so. You'll get to see the amazing work that she's creating, the videos that she has, and the ideas that she shares. With her deep expertise in AI integration and digital learning tools, she has been leading transformative initiatives that empower educators to bring the future of learning to their classrooms today. From designing impactful programs to championing accessible tech solutions, Andy's work is all about making learning more engaging, meaningful, and future ready. Let's give a warm welcome to Andy and get to see how a few updates from Canva can create a lot of new things for ourselves and for our content and for our classrooms as well. So, Andy, over to you.
Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be here today. And Sana, thank you so much for the warm introduction. It always feels like home whenever it is, that we come to these workshops because we can feel the energy from the people in the audience. And I'm really excited about Canva's new updates. Especially because somebody already in the audience were already saying that we love Canva. And in case that you are just, using Canva recently, the question is, what is not there to love, right? Because as they said when 2 weeks ago they launched their latest updates, for me the most interesting things is that they kept for over 10 years now, I think that they have been going on with Canva, that what they wanted is to always make things that were complex and make it easy. And I think that it aligns very well with Skilling Futures mentality and philosophy because we want to make things that are usually complex, make them digestible, make them easy, and more importantly, ready to use. So, my attempt today is to walk you guys through the new Canva launch that it's about, as they call it, Uncharted, because they have come up with new features that it's not only their own idea, but it was fed by their users. That is one of the most important things. So most of the updates that we're gonna learn a little bit more about today is from basically the users. Probably if you guys already are a Canva user, there are so many updates that is just delicious. And I don't know if this is going to be a good news or a bad news for some of you, but I have to say that this is going to be a two-part workshop, meaning that today we're going to work on part number one, and soon we're going to have part number two. So, why? Because this is just a glimpse of the new updates that Canva has. So, what is up in the agenda today? I'm going to walk you through Canva's new interface, meaning that I'm going to show you exactly where the buttons are, so you can situate yourself in an interface a lot better and more comfortably. Then we're gonna start working on the details. We're gonna work on photo editor. We're gonna talk about the new content collection that is for you to discover. We're going to we're going to discover and work on one of the most amazing things that I love, because even if it looks something small, the AI voice plus audio balancing, it's amazing, especially for us content creators. And yes, we educators, we're content creators all the way. So in this particular case, I personally love that one. The advanced formatting, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Visual Suite 2.0, Canva AI, and some extras over here. Now, not to cut the party short, but later on May 17th, stay tuned for part 2, because there are more features that, while these 2 weeks have been really intense, guys, because while I was trying to understand and learn, on the daily basics, because I use Canva almost all the time, I was trying to understand all the new features. And because I want never to compromise our quality, I decided with the rest of the team, like, hey, we need to make a part 2. And here it is. So for you guys to know, next workshop on May 17th, we're going to be talking about Canva sheets. Yes, they have created something really beautiful. I'm going to show you in a moment, and I'm going to explain it to you step by step. So I'm just going to show you the road, and you guys are going to be, you're going to make it shine and create the magic, as they say. Then we're going to talk about new whiteboard features for those that rather use whiteboards more than templates. They have incredible stuff going on over there. AI power presented notes, animated captions, karaoke style, magic right, full potential. And this is actually really a cool one, because most of us Canva users, we know about the magic button already for a while now, but not all of us know all what magic right can do. And well, most of the magic buttons out there, which, by the way, thank you AI, you're wonderful to make our lives, for making our lives so much easier. And of course, Canva AI, more ideas. Okay, so I'm going to silence here. Okay, so now I am going to go directly into Canva. Okay, guys, so here we go. Can you guys see my my screen? Show me an emoji or something so I know that you guys are
Yes, we can see that. We
perfect.
can see that.
Yes, we can see.
Thank you, guys. And by the way, I would like you guys to know that I would like this workshop to be as dynamic as it can be, because your participation is important. So for each one of the sections that we're going to work on today, I would rather solve like any questions, doubts, or maybe anything that you would like to share, because probably you guys have already tried it out and you have experimented something else, so you can share with the group your experience as well. Got it? All right, let's do this. So here's the new interface. It's beautiful. It has been, rolling its features little by little. For those that have been using it for a while, know that in this particular case, the side buttons have changed. And one of the most important things is this part over here. On the home section, we can see most of the buttons, because one of the things that I love about Canva is, again, they want to make our life easier and to help us with our creations, not only to be beautiful, but to make them faster, because you only live once, right? So life is short. Just go, go, go and make, right? Do stuff. So to talk about the new features, there are some that we already knew, which are doc, presentation, social media was there for a while now, video, print, etc. But now we have the education, which honestly I didn't have it on my feature on my interface. For some there were, for others there weren't. Mine wasn't there. Then of course we have here one of the jewels of the crown, photo editor. Then we've got the famous Canva sheets. We have here the direct button for website, and we can upload directly, which by the way, it was in the past on this sidebar. And then so much more, right? Also, in this particular case, in the past, they were like in smaller icons. It was a little bit messy. So I think that the way that they have reorganized it is really clean and easier for us to work. So they also have it over here, the features that we have on the home section. So just to give you a sneak peek about Canva Sheets, so you know that I was not joking about how cool it is. So if you guys are interested about that for the next session, I really, really recommend you guys coming. So in this particular case, let me get my notes. There it is. One of the things that I love about it is that the interface of Canva Sheets looks something really familiar. It is something that it opens with a worksheet that we already know, and we can just, do it manually, okay? But one of the most interesting things that I find here is the templates. You are going to adore the templates because honestly, I think that they have already done their market research and which are the work fields that uses the most among them, us educators. Thanks. And here you're going to find really, really great templates already to use. And those are the things that I would like to explain further. Of course, as most of the things that Canva has now, it's sprinkled with AI. And for example, here with the action buttons, I will explain in detail what does it mean, the magic charts, magic insights, how can we use magic right in the Canva sheets, create bulk. This is amazing for those, of course, that are payers. So there you go. If you guys are interested on this one, plus the other subjects that I mentioned prior opening this part, just sign up because it's going to be fire. Okay, so let's talk about photo editing, okay? Let me go back to where we were before. So let's go back to home and here we are. Okay, so as I was mentioning here, let me close this one over here. Okay, whenever it is that you want to edit a photo, there were too many steps inside the interface in order for us to get to edit a photo, right? And there were not really too many options. So to start with, they put it here on the home interface, which makes it easier. So you just click it and you will find the following interface. The many buttons that you can see here, some are well known, like for example, background remover that was popular back then. I think that it was like 2 years or so ago that they launched this one, the magic eraser, cropping and blur, that sort of thing. What is really, really cool is that not only that it's easier for us to access the images that we want to edit, but also we have now auto select, which I am going to explain in a second, and the background generator. This one you're gonna love. This one, for example, easy explain. Let me get here just so you guys know what it does, okay? So If you want to talk about perspective correction, you know, for those pictures that they are a little bit weird in their background or so, I'm going to take this one just as an example. In this particular case, just you can directly work with a smart crop, which is like this, you see? It was a little bit tilted, so it made it better. Okay, it made it straighter. But if that is not the case, you can just already choose the crop. But what it's new here is how you can move vertically and horizontally your image. For example, here, let me say, let's add an 8, okay? And here, let's add, okay, let's put it here, done. There. One moment. Okay. Just give me a second, okay, people? Because for some reason it froze. Well, you know what everyone in IT says, when something is not working, just go back and reset. So let's go back and reset. We click here, we click the image that we want, and let's give it a second for it to open. And as I was saying, you could move it. Let's see if without the numbers, it's easier. There you have it. You see, it start tilting, moving the image vertically. Sorry, in this way. And then horizontally, there you go. It moves the image automatically without you having to do much. So now that this is clear, let's go and understand the rest of the buttons, okay? So for this one, I have created a specific video that I think it's going to make our lives a lot easier, because I noticed that my Canva right now, for internet reasons, I think that it's running a little bit slow. I have some videos that I have pre-recorded just in case this happened, and I'm really happy that I did. Just give me a second so I open the videos. Okay, so far, do you guys have any questions? Everything good? Sana, tell me if we've got any questions in the crowd.
Not yet. So Warren is excited about the photo editor option at the moment. Let's see. Again, let's have a look at the video and then what is there? How is it that you did it? I think that's a good idea that you created a video.
Yes, better.
Internet has been a little temperamental today.
I mean, better prepared than sorry. That's my motto, and I think that every teacher's motto. I hope. Okay, so guys, imagine that you have, you know, an image that you want to recycle, like this one over here, about you or your students. I don't know, maybe they're wearing a holiday sweater and you don't want them to wear that sweater. You want to put them on something else. Or, for example, you just want to eliminate this one, like this one over here, that is 2024, right? So let's see what is it that I did. First, little tiny things that makes the difference. Check out this this feature that they have added. If you want, for example, to play with the colors that you want to edit, you just click the color and you just simply change it. Do you see? Now, bear in mind that, of course, not everything is perfect. And unfortunately, everything that was blue or green or orange or whatever that is in the background, it's going to change color as well. So just bear that in mind in case that you're going to use that feature, okay? So let's continue. I change it, and you can just, as you can see, you can do it directly from the color board. Okay, enough about coloring. Let's get into something a little bit more juicy. This particular one is these features that you're going to see up here are part of the new interface that Canva is offering, because those buttons there were not originally I think that it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were not there. So now it's easier for us to access these features by having them here, because originally you had to go to the adjust buttons. So this one over here is one of the things that I want you to try out, which is click. Okay, you use the click button in order to eliminate those features that you don't want. And it's very specific. You just have to tap on the thing that you want to eliminate. It will, just like that. So in this case, and by the way, if you see me doing this, you know, like with the others, is because just by clicking, you can do the same with the magic grab and magic edit. With the magic grab, you're just going to be able to click it and grab that item, because maybe you have this pile of books over here, but you want them on the other side of the picture, you can. Okay, and I'm going to show you there over here in a second. Now, right now, I'm just erasing stuff. So there you have it. You see? No 2024 anymore. It's just a regular picture that I can use whenever I want. Wonderful, isn't it? So let's say that I don't want these books either on the top of my head because it looks funny now. It's like, what are they doing there? Yes? So, bye. I erase them as well. And there you have it. I love this because I think that it made, you know, the erasing part so much easy because, and you will see in a second video that I have for you, erasing was, well, a little bit messy sometimes. You still have to do the work in some cases, like it happened to me in the next video. But hey, I think that in the near future, they're going to come up with more solutions like these ones, and lovely. Now, I wanted this time to grab and move, okay? So I clicked it, I clicked the grab and moved it around to see where is it that I want it. So I put it over there. It looked weird. I decided no, and then I erased it. Do you see? So I know that this sort of decision making are the ones that in the past we were a little bit limited to make, but now not anymore. I could have, you know, erased this entire section. And by the way, for those that wanted to add maybe a vase or flowers or something like that, I tried and I still got to practice in full openness. I still continue have to practice it because I tried many times, but I couldn't do it. So probably for the next one, I'll be back with you on that one. So then I continued. And one of the things that I want you to see is that you can resize the page in terms of adding different, how can you say, different segments that I will talk about that in a second. Because as you can see, this photo is squared, whereas the other one was more, you know, typical when we take a selfie. So you can just, you know, instead of how can you say, losing much of the ratio aspect of this picture, you can just go ahead and just add another page, but nowadays it's not called page as much as more like a section. Okay, there you go. And I took that picture and recycled it. Same here, this time. My question was, okay, eliminating stuff was okay, but is it possible for me to eliminate people? Let's try and let's start with the click button, same thing. And I started with me, okay? I clicked on myself. I clicked the magic eraser, and yes, it was possible. Let's see the people on the back. Same. Detail, clicking, and it is as simple as that. You click, and you have a clean background. By the way, yes, with the magic eraser, you were able in a way to do that, but for those that have used the that feature in the past, it was blurry. So no, it didn't work out that well. So far, are we good? Do we have any questions about this one?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's go back to this part. Okay, guys, so we're back, and I wanted to show you now the background button that I mentioned before. Yeah, right? Imagine that you have a photo that you really, really like, but there are like certain features, and I'm going to show you in a second that you just it doesn't work and you want to repurpose it. Now we're going to combine these two buttons, which was a little bit what we saw in the previous video, plus the background generator. So let's roll video number 2. Honestly, I love the fact that I was able to record the videos. Big shout out to Shahida because originally this was her idea. Like back then when I met her, I was like, she's a genius. I mean, obviously this works out so much better than just, going live and risking it. Okay, guys. So, as you can see, this is the final result. Can you tell me if this is like a picture that I took in the real place? Tell me in the section. Tell me in the comments. Is it something that you would say like with a yes, a no, an emoji? Do you think that this is something that looks that much that it was, like a background fabricated? I just want to know. Does it look like it or it looks like I was, just taking a selfie of myself there? Okay.
We have no as responses.
Like, no, it looks like it was, totally, taken there. Okay, Warren is a little bit of a hard critic, and he is like, no, it looks fabricated. And yes, of course, but hey, can I tell you guys something? I have to tell you that in the past, what if we wanted to do something like that, it was so much harder and it was a much more evident result. I do have to say that, and you're going to see it in a second, with this background generator, my mind was blown away because honestly, it does a pretty decent job. And also, maybe the original picture didn't help much. So keep in mind that whenever it is that you want to change the background, you see, I zoom it in just for you guys to see the result. And in this case, of course, this is the original, okay? I took this picture in my car. Yes, I didn't like the strap, obviously, and it's clearly I was in my car, and but I don't know, I was having a good hair day that day, so I was like, let's keep this picture, right? So this was a good way for me not to use Photoshop necessarily, but to work it on Canva. A lot of us don't know about Photoshop, and depending on which of the tools you're using, it's not always easy. So I think that this is a very friendly way to get a decent result that is not that bad. Of course, I have to still practice and work with it. So what is it that I did? By the way, these are more features that you can work particularly on the background, text if there were text. I'm showing it over there. I could have eliminated or removed it and just keep it white. Go. You continue having most of the typical features that you can manually move around. Okay, so in this case, one moment, it's uploading. There you go. Hold on. Okay, so in this video, I'm showing you when I was moving this, the mouse on the strap, is that I had to go manual. I had to brush it off manually because the problem with click is that when you click on the full image, as you saw on the previous short video, you sort of like disappear. So you had to go manually on this one. So I just went to brush, okay? And well, here is me explaining the fact that if you go and use foreground, you would disappear. And that's not what we want in this case. So I used brush and I sized my brush accordingly. The smaller the brush, less blurred is going to be at the end. This is just something that I learned with this process. So you just brush it like in a way that perhaps you guys have been doing this time. And by the way, I had to do it more than once because this was result number 1. So patience. And there you go. So this is the result without the strap, okay? Now, I was not happy with this, so I leave it there and started working on the background, okay? Now, the good thing here is for you to know that the background generator, it is as simple as describing what is it that you want, the scene, the mood, whatever it is that you want to be on the background, okay? You can use the Inspire Me button, but well, sometimes it's just for you to know the structure of the prompt, basically, okay? So you can play with that. In this case, I wanted to be in Central Park, New York, springtime. Generate it, and it's gonna usually Canva, as most image generators or video generators, are gonna give you multiple options. And here you have option number 1, I mean background number 1, background number 2, 3, and 4. You see? Now, there is something really interesting over here that is this little icon, right? And this little icon can be easily missed, but it is important really because that icon is going to help you insert or make let me stop it here. Okay, and make the original image more integrated in the background that you have generated, because it's going to work on the on how you balance the light. Okay, so for example, I chose the rebalance light on purpose, so it looked like more photoshopped, but not in such professional way, so you can see the difference. But when I used the maximum relight, it made the original picture too dark, and I didn't like the effect. So yeah, you're gonna see it right now. Ta-da-dum. Okay, so there you have it. I know that it's very subtle, but it's there. And if you just, it depends on your own personal taste. So there you go. I didn't stop there because I was like, okay, I have background, I have that, but I want to change what is it that I'm wearing because I hated how the strap effect there blurred looked there. So I clicked brush and I asked just by that, add a wide round neck cut and t-shirt. The more specific you are, the better. And yes, I dotted, so it was very specific. And there you have it. Okay, that was the final result. Not bad, huh? Guys, this is Canva. This is something that it gets the job done. And this was another result. I didn't like it that much because it's still, let me go back for a little bit. Okay. The other picture, this one over here, the effect on this part was too bright and I didn't like that. So if you ask me, I prefer, the second one. But hey, I think that this is pretty cool for for the app to have created this sort of thing. And there you have it. So now I hope that you guys try out this ideas. If you have a photo with your students and typical somebody in the back that you don't want it to be there, or there are some people that we don't want in certain beloved pictures and we want to probably erase them. Hey, Canva is good, especially if you don't have like much expertise in photoshopping. So let's move on.
Andy, there is a question by Marva. She says that are these features just for premium users?
Well, let's bear in mind that for the moment, they are open. Okay, I asked this question and I researched on Perplexity. I went and asked some friends that they are Canva pro users, that sort of thing. And what they said is that for now, it is for everybody. Okay, but we have to consider freemium. What is it, freemium? Freemium, and this is something that you will see often on Canva, especially for the image generator section, that it's going to work on credits, okay? If you guys have worked with image generator before, like for example, Leonardo, or originally that it was, what was the name? It doesn't come to me. Well, most of this image generator platforms, they usually work by credits. But the problem is that if you are a user that uses the platform for free, you're gonna get obviously less credits. If you have, if you're a user who pays, you probably get more. But once that they're done, you just have for it to, you know, recycle and get more credits. That's it. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. Yes, did I answer your question? Yep. So for now, my advice is for you to play on the platform. Any of the platforms that we use, Canva or whatever that one is, I advise you to play with it. Click the buttons, read. They are very, in my opinion, they're very user-friendly because they usually have side notes that you can just simply go and click in order to get a further understanding. And if it continues being a little bit foggy and it's not very clear, well, we just go to YouTube University and probably you're going to find the answer there, or ask us. You can, send us a message and probably we're gonna, give you a hand. That's why we're a community, right? Okay, to help each other out. Now that video 1 and video 2 are done, let's talk a little bit about new content collection. I know that, well, I don't know if you know this as a fun fact, but I do understand that right now there are like more than 140 million templates on Canva. That is huge. It's an amazing amount of content and material for us to edit and work on. Now, apart from that, they keep on working and updating their content collection. So for example, whenever it is that you go to Elements and you want to, grab a graphic, now we have polls and quizzes, which by the way, I'm going to work on that also on the next workshop. The image generator, etc., etc. There's like the photos and the videos, right? So you go here and you start like asking pictures with cats, people working at an office. There's always like somebody that have created, right? If you don't know how to find a specific creator, the problem was that maybe originally you were introducing it without the at, okay? I learned that by making so many mistakes, and I was like, hey, what if I add the at? And voila. So the new updates is with these people over here. Aflo Images and Alami that they have added a huge amount of content. They really, really have beautiful beautiful material in terms of photos and hold on, sorry, in terms of photo, this one. And when it comes to Alami, there you go. Also graphics, okay? Okay, so these are the big updates in terms of this two creators. But did you guys know that also when it comes to working on images, there is a new feature. This one is small, but I think that for those people that are very specific and they're quite perfectionist, you're gonna like this one. Did you guys know that there is a new resizing button? Let me show you. If you guys have text over here, okay, and that's why this number is here, you are going to have these buttons. Now, these are called, and I have to go and see my notes. These are called, there you go, the superscript and the subscript. And in terms of typography, you're going to have the kerning and ligatures. I will explain that in a second, okay? Now, let's go back to this one. Number 3, imagine that you're a math teacher or those people who like to write down footnotes. In the past, we probably would have used different boxes. I mean, it would have taken us a lot more time. Now you just have to click the number or the information that you want to make smaller or reposition. You go to the advanced formatting button and you just click it and voila. Isn't it amazing? I just love this thing. And there you go. About the typography. There are some specific typography that sometimes it makes it harder for us to read, or the space between them makes it look funny or weird, and we just want to fix it. Probably nobody else is going to see it, but if you see it, you're going to be uncomfortable. So I totally understand the feeling. So what is it that you do? You go there, you select it, you go to typography, and do you see? I don't know if you noticed the little change. Yes? You want me to do it again? There you go. You see? Okay. Oh, let me put my hand down because this is automatic. Okay. And in terms of ligature, that it says combine specific characters elegantly. This slide didn't allow us much, but as you can see, to work on that feature, but as you can see, it is subtle. But if it's important to you because it's going to give you peace, just go ahead and use it. All right, let's move on. Questions, everybody? Are we doing okay? Yes? Yeah? Okay. So the next one. Oh boy, you're gonna love this one. Oh, Warren. Warren. Yes, you can open your microphone and go ahead. No, it's not letting you? Oh no.
Okay, I think so they can do it now. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Sana. Thank you, Andy. Andy, I just wanted to ask if I just want to take you back with that feature on kerning and ligatures. What is the difference between the two for purposes of using typography?
Well, you know that in terms of readability, there are some fonts, okay? Here are the fonts, okay? There are some fonts that they're very hard to read sometimes, or there are two separate, and you know your audience as an educator, for example, if that is the case, if you're an educator, because let's not even talk about the people in marketing, that is a total different field, but let's focus on us educators, right? You know your students, and you might know that you probably have a higher group of students that for them it's hard. Imagine that they are third graders or second graders, that for them they're still in the process of, learning the ropes of reading and reinforcing the reading skills. So separating, having the a typography that it's too separated, or with spaces that are not very clear that they go together, can be confusing. So I think that in this particular case, from my point of view as an educator, it is amazing because it really does help. Now, when I, for example, clicked this one, let me just click it again. Okay, so you see, it's subtle. And here you can see it with the T. It's very, very subtle. But boy, does it help when you are, a second grader or a third grader. Or forget about that. Imagine that, for example, you have other different learning disabilities. Yes, it really does a huge difference. Because remember that for neurotypicals, what it's totally normal for you, it's a mountain for somebody else. So yeah, so I think that in that aspect, it works quite beautifully. I hope that I answered your question.
It sure does. Thank you so much, Andy. I just came across the terms when I was doing a presentation, and I thought, no, I must get some more information on what those actually mean, but I'll try them. I'm actually going to experiment with them on my next draft that I work on Canva. So thank you.
No, you're
welcome. That gives
welcome.
me some very good insight.
And if I have to be honest, I didn't know about this terminology either until I got researching on my own about this. Because if you see, I think that most people don't, because that's why they're putting here the small reference. Refine letter spacing for visual balance and combine specific characters elegantly. I think that it's beautifully explained. And maybe for the next workshop, we can do a little bit more about that. So I can do some more research, like what are other purposes and maybe other fonts that this can be a little bit more evident. Okay? Thank you. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Andy.
All right. So guys, this feature over here that I am so hyped to work on. So if you guys are, for example, here go some ideas for my research. Working on ebooks, language learning, storytelling, working on accessibility for students that might have learning disabilities. Make it friendlier when you want to create a feedback report. Virtual tours, tutorials, etc. This feature is for you. So imagine that this is part of your ebook or text or whatever, right? So you go ahead and click on it. You go to this pencil over here. Let's go again. You click on the text. You go on Magic Write. Yes, you saw it. And then you go straight down here to generate AI voice, okay? You can also do it over here with AI voice. All right? Yes. But if you are already here, there is no need to move from to the sidebar. Just go and click it here. You click it, and there you have it. In this particular case, it says where to start. Where to start, and then but what am I doing? Sorry. There you go. Copy and paste it. So this is what is on my text, isn't it? Yes. So I just go ahead and you can choose among all the languages that we've got here. I think that they have a fair variety. Let's not be so harsh on the accents, and let's not be so harsh on the fact that, yes, they do sound a little bit robotic, and it's not going to be like a similar experience like when we have the voice model that we are so used to right now with ChatGPT. Because obviously we're talking oranges, apples and oranges here, okay? But I do believe that it does a fair job when it comes to this. Let's try out Carol.
Prompts. Where to start. A step-by-step guide that will get you ready to go.
Okay, now let's talk here, British English.
Prompts. Where to start. A step-by-step guide that will get you ready to go.
Or let's try Henry.
Prompts. Where to start. A step-by-step guide that will get you ready to go.
Now, because I want to offer you solutions and I don't want you guys lost in translation, get this out. If you guys, for example, want to do it in another language, let's say Spanish. Let me find it. Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. Okay, there it is. Okay. And the text is going to be in English. Guess what?
Prompt. Where to start. A step-by-step guide that will get you ready to go.
So it's going to sound a little bit funny. So my recommendation is if you have embedded a translation tool, in my case, I've got DeepL, okay? So, well, I was trying out with different languages, as you guys can see. I was working like Chinese, Arabic, etc. And for example, in this case, let's translate it first, or you can just manually write it there. Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you. And do you see? It's there, right? I just replace it. And now.
Sugerencias. ¿Por dónde empezar? Una guía paso a paso que te preparará para empezar.
Now, if you don't speak Spanish and you know that the word prompt in this case doesn't make much sense, you would keep the word prompt because that's the focus, right? But hey, forget about Spanish. I don't speak Arabic and I was really, really curious about this one. And I need Arabic speakers. Do we have Arabic speakers in the crowd? In the audience, do we have any Arabic speaker?
Yes, we have Marwa and we have Hanan.
Okay, so this is going to be really interesting because I would like to know if the translation is fair. Let's see. There it is. So you just go ahead and
Hasina as well.
okay. So you guys are going to tell us if it works or not. Okay, so.
الاقتراحات. من أين نبدأ؟ دليل تفصيلي خطوة بخطوة لتستعد للبدء.
So, what is the final vote for those who speak Arabic? Does it work well?
Marwa says it's perfect.
Yay, this is so nice.
So does Hasina. Oh, that's great.
This is so, so cool. I'm really happy about that, especially because I was a little bit nervous about the other languages because I was, what if the translation or the accent is not good enough? But if you guys are happy, I'm happy. Now, after this, you're going to generate the voice. And what is it that is going to happen? It's going to appear here as any audio, right? You are going then to select the size of the video. Okay, you're going to edit that part. And after that, it's going to look like this. Yes? Okay, but let's not stop there. Imagine that you want to add some music, okay? So, let me see. Okay. Imagine that you want to add some music, all right? Usually when we add music, it's super loud. Let's see, let's make the experiment. That's why I recorded it, guys, because to upload, sometimes it takes a little bit of time, too much time. Well, the idea is that once that is uploaded and that is there, I would like you guys to, one moment, here it is. You can adjust the volume, okay, automatically here. You go to the speaker, you see, you go to the speaker and then balance all right? And once that everything is balanced, the sound, it's going to automatically, without you wasting any minute of your time, that it's going to be, you know, like maybe the voice or music, you're not going to waste any time. So while this is thinking, let's move on to another feature because time is not on our side. Now, probably you guys have already noticed this, but this is also huge in terms of if you guys are in the field of marketing or you're content creators, this is going to be a game changer, but also for us teachers. Why? Because probably you're delivering a lesson that then you're going to repurpose in many different situations. So as you can see, In this case, you probably have presentation mode. You have, right, typical presentation mode. But then, there you go. You have an infographic. Yes? And then you have a video, like the ones that I showed before. You have a picture. You have another video, and so on and so forth. How do you get that? If you click here, and don't worry, in case that it hasn't rolled out in your countries, it's coming, okay? And as I said, this is something that everybody will have. Now, let me show you again. You click here. In the past, we only had add page. Now we are going to add section, okay? That is how they're called. In case that you watch any other tutorial video out there, it's how it's called. And check it out. You're going to choose, like, let's say social media, any of the formats that we have on Canva. Document, there you go. You will have it. Do you see? Video, you have all the formats and so on and so forth. Cool, right? Okay. Let's go back. In this case, I would like to talk last but not least about Canva AI. Now, probably this section looks quite familiar because, well, it is. It looks like when we talk to any other large language model, right? It looks very familiar, like ChatGPT, like when we talk, for example, to Perplexity, Claude, those guys. Well, here it is. Canva had made your life a lot easier as well, because not only that you are able to talk to it as you would to any large language model, but if you directly want to design, you can click and then you go straight to all that Canva has got to offer. Design for me, but design for me what? Let's go to social media. And then you choose the format. Do you see? Pretty cool, isn't it? Live saver. Presentation, same thing. Create an image. This one you guys are gonna love. Okay, here we go. We've got most of the styles that we can play with. And for example, in my case, I started playing with it yesterday. And I uploaded over here. You can upload an image. Okay, you can upload an image. And then use this picture as inspiration to create a portrait. I used the one that I was sitting down on the stairs, and I didn't add anything else. And guess what? Isn't it beautiful what it created? I love it. I think that is so nice. I kept this one. This one is my favorite, by the way. Maybe because of the green in the back. I don't know. I think I like her boots. I think that it's so cute. Now, in this particular case, you can ask yourself, is this something that I can keep on editing? Yes. Okay. So you can copy, you can delete it directly from there, or you can just go home. And as you can see here, you will find it on, sorry, or you will find it on your home section. Okay. So you can open in editor. That's how you do it. And you keep on editing and twigging the image as you please. You see? With the picture features that we saw before. Let's continue. Whoop. Let me go back. Okay, so let's go back home. Now, let's go back to this part of Canva AI. Now, we understand about draft documents, right? In this case, okay, what is it that I need? You choose, you pick. You want a blog post, summary, outline, social media post, description letter, you name it, it's going to give it to you. Now, in my case, what I did, and I'm going to show you some conversations that I've got here. And by the way, do you see here? Also very familiar. It looks like most of the chart archive that we have with other large language models. So we are used to this already. So look at this one. Let me see. this one over here. I ask it to, here. In this case, I ask it to write a blog post about better reading habits for teens in the times of AI in 2025. I wanted to, write a blog post. Now, I gave it a second and it created this beautiful piece that, of course, I can just go and keep on editing on Canva. Now, it has the banner, it has the sections, and the content was not bad, I have to say. Obviously, remember, this is artificial intelligence. Just go ahead and check the information. But isn't it great? Now, let's go back. In this case, I'm done with the document. What about code? And by the way, if you guys are a little bit out of ideas or just want to start practicing and you don't know where to start, just see what you can do with AI. You just click it depending on what is it that you want to do, okay? And just play around with it, all right? Now, code for me. Let me tell you something about the code section. You've got to be patient because this doesn't do like any sophisticated coding like maybe other platforms or platforms that you can actually deploy or create projects that are a lot more let's say demanding, like lovable.dev or Bubble or that sort of or Replit, but it does the work. So for example, you would talk to it normally as you would for any large language model. Here is my conversation, okay? Create an interactive flashcard game for vocabulary learning, and I gave my specifications. I had 3 tries because the first version was very, even if I was specific about that I wanted for adults, the images were poor, and for kids the level was not clear. So only at the 3rd try was that we've got a winner. So how is it that you interact with it? You just click. Let me show you here. Can you guys see the full screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so there you go. From Spanish to English, we've got here the Spanish version. You just click it, and there you have it. And mark it as known. All right, go to the next one. Same. These, I wanted a sentence. I wanted the vocabulary plus the sentence, and then the same. You see? I've got vocabulary and sentence. I only asked. I didn't add any specifications about the vocabulary. It was just to test it out, and I think that it did a good job, right? Okay, so, and here's another example of a timeline for my for a history class. You see? Let's say learn more. Okay, so there you have it. You see? Imagine that I want to go further. I click it and there you have it. So I know that it looks a little bit rusty for the moment, or maybe it's me that I still have to keep on getting better on it, but I promise you that just being able to create this is wonderful. And to wrap up before we go, for those that really, really love Canva and, like want to get like maybe certifications or study deeper, etc., but don't want to go on YouTube, my recommendation is, just because Canva already has it within Canva, you can just go to Design School, and as you can see, here are the latest and greatest like tutorials that they have to get started, to get certified, because I do understand it for some of us it's really important to add, stuff to our resume. So everything is here. I think that it's important to try. And as a bonus, here is this cute content extra that it's Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars. If you are lovers of this brand and you want to use this type of typography or images, well, Canva has done it again. It's giving us a full collection of Star Wars and has now that, for example, the movie Lilo and Stitch is coming out with people, they are repurposing Stitch material. So there you have it. Okay, everybody. I think that we're done. If we have questions, I think that this is the moment.
Andy, again, this was an amazing workshop. A lot of people, just like me, we are waiting for these features to be rolled out. As soon as they're going to be rolled out, we are going to test them out. And you did such an amazing job showcasing how it's going to work out. What are the different things that we can do? And I think so. A lot of us are going to test those out and share those with you that, okay, how our experiment went. Jerry actually tried the coding feature and he just talked about that, okay, he tested it out yesterday and how it had worked out for him.
I love it. I mean, Jerry always, there he is. Hi, Jerry. Oh, we can't hear you.
He can unmute now.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Hi, Andy. Thank you for this. This has been fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've been playing around with the code with me feature yesterday and mainly today. I've been building a drag and drop matching game where it matches the numbers from ancient civilizations to their Hindu Arabic numerals. And it's just awesome. It's absolutely fantastic. I've had to refine it quite a lot, but even just at the first level, it was just superb, you know. So yeah, big thumbs up, big thumbs up. I think it's going to be a great feature.
I love it. And coming from you, it means a lot. For those who don't know, Jerry is also part of the team of Scaling Future. And he also knows not only quite a lot, but he also has a full knowledge about when it comes to creating anything in the metaverse. So if Jerry says that it's fine, I will, give it the thumbs up. Now, it is also true that in Canva, they're just rolling these features out. And they're just trying, it has been only 2 weeks, guys, so it's just a baby, it's in baby mode, I have to say. So I would just be patient and just play with it a little bit more. Do we have more questions?
None yet. Let me see if there are. Warren, I think, has a question.
Thank you so much, Sana, and Andy, thank you so much for this really brilliant presentation. I'm really excited to try these features when they eventually come to my Canva profile in South Africa. I just wanted to get your advice and your take on these features that you've shown us today on Canva. In your view and in your experience, do they work really well as features compared to, for example, any other AI or other platforms like Publisher or Adobe or Photoshop? What is your take on these Canva products? For you, would you use them, or are there some of them that you actually honestly think I have got a better app or a better platform that I can use to design? I'm just curious to find out and just to compare. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Actually, I was thinking about this because it really depends on all the AI that it's out there, generative AI to be more specific. We have to consider very with purpose in mind, what is it that we're going to do with that app, that platform, that model? Because in the end, let's remember that Canva is not only rolling out these features, and it has been embedding artificial intelligence in most of the features that rolls out, but it is trying to create a platform where you find everything in just one place. It is going to be perfect as the ones or near to perfect as the ones that are designed just for that purpose? Certainly not. especially because if a platform is designed just for Photoshop, well, it better does a job, doing really great at Photoshop, like or more things like, for example, in Adobe's case, right? Or for instance, like for example, the Canva AI, is it going to be as great as ChatGPT, for example, or Claude or other large language models? Well, I have to say that it's quite specific, because what is it that you go to Canva for? You go there to design, and you go there to solve a problem and to give you materials, quick, easy, beautiful, and without much complication, especially because you don't need to have a large amount of expertise to walk through Canva. So I wouldn't say that it's better one or the other. I would just simply say that it's different, and you've got to be very purposeful on what is it that you do with each one of the models or platforms that we use. And by the way, now that you mentioned about this and purpose and all this kind of thing, specifically, guys, about pictures. If we're going to use, especially for the image, the image generator, let's be very mindful and very careful if we're going to upload pictures that are not our property. Let me explain. As educators, we feel that our kids are our kids, right? You would like the kids in the classroom are ours. Yes, at least that's how I feel mine. I feel that my teenagers, they're also my kids. So, well, no, very wrong answer. Ethically and responsibly, I kindly ask you to please, please, that if you're ever going to edit anything, this platform or any other for that matter, please be very mindful and ask for the parents' permissions. Be very clear about how is it that you're going to do it, or just simply don't. Because right now we are in a moment where AI regulations are very, very rough, and one step in false can be disastrous for you, your school, etc. So to not make the long story too long and to make it short, just be mindful. Tell the parents that you're going to edit this photos because maybe you went on a school trip and you want to edit it for, I don't know, Christmas cards, for example. But otherwise, I wouldn't edit any picture that is not my property. Okay. Next, more stuff.
Andy, I am going to talk about just one more thing. Everyone, we have opened up applications, expression of interest basically for a fellowship program that we are starting off from 14th May. The applications are open. You can apply. Kindly make sure that you complete the application and fill in all of the, because that's where we'll get to see who you are and in what and how is it that you'll contribute to the group that we will be selecting. So it is competitive. I'm sharing the link, and you can find this advertisement on our social media platforms as well. And I will be emailing that to you guys as well in the case you are still not following us or on the social media platform. So this is absolutely free, but it is going to definitely add a lot of value to you, the context that you're in. And also, we'll get to see, okay, where you're working, how is it that you are working with AI? Again, that's where we'll get to understand that, okay, how educators across the world, what are the different challenges that they're facing, how they're solving those, or how we can help them with the tip strategies that we have or the insights that we have gained over our experience of using it. So I've shared the link, but if you have not been able to get the link yet, you want to have a look at it in detail, you can have a look at it on our social media profiles. I will repost it again on Skilling Future, so you can have a look at it. If you have any other questions, just let us know.
I love the chat because honestly, usually the chats from the audience of Skilling Future, they are fire. I love their questions. I love their interactions. It really means a lot to us, guys, because Together, I honestly believe that with our expertise and yours, we really empower each other and we're able to just go beyond empowerment. So thank you so much. Oh, Claudia has opened her mic. Yay. Hi, Claudia.
Hi. I just want to say that I can't fill in the form
Oh,
that Sana has put up because it says that I need a login code or something. So,
Do you have, I think so, it's asking because you need to be logged into your Gmail account to be able to fill it in. If that is what the case is, okay. What you
okay.
can do is just email us. Let us share our email
Thank you.
ID.
Thank you very
So
much.
what we'll do is
Fine.
we will figure
Okay.
something out.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for the
No
course, Andy.
mention.
oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to help, and I'm gonna get even more prepared and especially better with my time for the next one. But guys, as you can see, there is so much to unpack, and I hope to blow your minds for the next one because I am super excited. I mean, I've done so much research about, Google Sheets so far, and the next features are so interesting as well that yes. And because we've got people that might like to compare, I think that I'm going to also bring some comparisons. So it's going to help us out a little bit further to understand what to use and when. That's it.
Perfect. Perfect. Andy, this was an amazing webinar. Again, similar to Warren, Parvan, a lot of people who haven't have those features rolled out. We're waiting, and then we are going to test those out and definitely come back to you in terms of how they worked out.
Thank you. Guys, would it be too crazy for me to ask, for you to open the cams and maybe, so we can take a screenshot and a picture so we can, like put it out there? Yes? Would it be, oh, I love that because I see everybody, doing that. And I know that maybe it doesn't matter if we're having a bad hair day, but I think that is cute.
We're having a bad head day.
It's okay. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. It's only fair. Okay.
No, Claudia.
Yeah.
Hi, Warren. Hi, Warren.
Hello.
Hi.
It's all good.
All right. So
Hundred.
for those who open their cameras, thank you very much. So 1, 2, 3, are you ready? And smiles. There you go. Thank you very much. Sana, I'm going to send the picture to you and we're going to upload it to, today's feedback. We are beyond grateful. Thank you so much for your time, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was great to see you guys, and we're looking forward to having you guys in the next webinar as well. You
Thank you
would
for
not want to
hosting.
miss that one as well. Take care, everyone,
Thank you
and
so
have
much.
a wonderful
Bye-bye.
Thank
weekend.
you very much. All enjoy the weekend.
Bye.
Take
You
care.
too.
Bye.
You too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Jerry's here or Jerry has left?
No, Jerry's here.
Jerry, can
Jerry's
you
here.
stay for
Jerry's here.
10? We would just